What's going on, everybody? This is a stream. We are back on the air right now. I haven't done a stream in a while, but today we're going to be talking about Helios and all of the awesome things that are going on with the Helios ecosystem. And so stay tuned because you're really going to want to stay tuned for this one. Let's do this.
What's up, everybody?
Hello, hello.
Hey, did we lose Crypto Awesome already?
Yeah, sometimes it happened last stream with me on him.
That's awesome.
Did you lose me here? All right. So now I got my camera. All right. Can you?
There we go.
Is that bad? I'm back. This time I didn't lose because the power went out. I just lost because of a technical error.
Yeah.
Everybody got to see a quick image of me. I had my camera on for the first time ever on this channel for a second. So not that matters.
There you go. The alpha's flowing already. We're a few seconds in.
But this is not about me. This is about Helios and what you are doing. So quick introduction. I've been really involved with TitanX since like day 60. I was involved with Helios on day 1, and I really like what you're doing. I've been since mining a lot of HLX, personally, not financial advice. None of this stuff we say here, guys, is financial advice. It's just our opinions. We got 2 cool, awesome creators on the call with us today. So on the stream. So really, we're guys that have high risk tolerances. So if you're listening to us and you're brand new, do your own research. Make sure you're know what you're doing before you do it. If you have any questions, throw them in the stream here. So anyway, so I got into HLX day 1 and started mining. And now there's a couple things. So now sometimes some miners come out. I did some short-term miners so I could stake and get some TitanX rewards on Helios. But now I'm going to get some. I've got some more short-term miners kind of coming up soon. And I want to know, I think you've created a couple things that we can do with our HLX. Because right now I can either stake it or I can sell it. And so I guess let's just start there. Tell us a little bit about how HLX is going. And because I don't even know what day we're on right now, but I mean,
141.
141, guys. So we're on day 141 here in Helios. This is amazing. So tell me, first off, how's it been going? How's HLX been going?
Flip over to the reward pools page. We just had our second 69-day payout, which was pretty sweet. It was quite a few billion TitanX paid out to users, and we're about to break 600 billion TitanX on the 420-day payout.
Oh, right down here.
Yeah,
look at that 600 billion.
yeah, that'll be nice. Especially in 278 days. Like, what is 600 billion TitanX gonna be worth? If you're bullish on TitanX, like that's going to be massive.
Really good point. Really good point. What's up, Bad Sports?
Hey, what's up? And then obviously the next huge milestone that everybody's really looking forward to is you look at our TitanX treasury in the top right. We've got 772 billion staked, on our way to $1 trillion. Wow. That's beautiful. So on day 369, we're looking at we currently have, I want to say it's 3% of the stake pool, and I think that my last estimate was somewhere around 250,000 USD worth of ETH that we will be getting from that treasury payout.
Whoa.
Yeah. So
cool.
Yeah, and then 70% of that's going towards our buy and burn. So if you look at total, if you go to our stats page on the supply side, we've only got 50,000 USD worth of HLX liquid. So 250,000 or 70%, let's just say 200,000. That's 4x what we have in liquid. So that's going to be a massive, buy and burn once that comes in. Like that's what Helios is all about, is our treasuries, and just regardless of user participation, like this protocol is earning funds and burning HLX. So very exciting about that. And then like our second treasury is now the Wonderland treasury, which again is something else that's going to be contributing towards burning Janus
page
on the rewards. Yeah.
Reward pools.
Yeah, you see the second one.
Oh, cool. Okay, so we have TitanX treasury here.
Yep.
Which has some liquid TitanX and then all the stake TitanX. And wow, so that's going to get us a big payout on the payout day. Wow. And that payout is going to come, it's going to go where? It's going to go, where's
70% goes to our buy and burn, 10% to stakers, and 20% to our investment pool, which we're using that to expand our treasuries and add.
Now, when you say 20% to stakers, is that 20 like just divvied up amongst all the stakers?
It's 10%, and it's sent to the reward pools. So the 22-day, 69-day, 420-day.
Oh, it's sent to the reward pools.
That'll get
Whoa, okay.
So you can see like on the 420-day, like there's already some ETH in there. Like it's been small amounts because, obviously there hasn't been a whole lot of mining going on with TitanX, so there's not a whole lot of ETH.
It's going to be paid out into these pools at that time.
Oh,
that's pretty sweet. So we're going to have TitanX and ETH payouts as a stake.
Yeah. And so the 420-day is going to be looking really good once we get that.
And then okay, so this is exciting. So, okay, I mean, I'm getting it now that we're involved. You got skin in the game. You get to learn the game for real. So now we go to Wonderland Treasury. Does this mean that we're going to start getting payouts of this stuff too?
No. So currently what the Wonderland Treasury is earning us is Pulse. And what we're doing with that Pulse is putting that towards the Janus buy and burn.
Oh, okay.
And if you go to the burn pools page at the top, we've got our HLX burn pool, which we've currently, we had a community vote to pause the HLX burn pool. So we're just kind of sitting on the 138 billion TitanX until we decide it's, a better timing, And then we've now got our Janus burn pool on the left here, which you can click every 5 minutes. Like we're letting this thing you can drain it if you want, and it just gets refilled through the Wonderland reflections and the Janus buy and sell taxes.
Oh,
and then the other way is through the HLX burn, right?
Yeah. Like when you're minting Janus, you're part of that pulse fee that you're paying to mint Janus. That's going towards the buy and burn as well.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that you can do with Janus, right? I mean, HLX at this point, right?
Yes. Yeah. So like you were saying, first is currently it was only just stake or sell. Now we have the third option. There's actually a couple of options you can do with it now when it comes to Janus. If you go to the Janus tab, so now you can mint Janus from your Helios. And if you just type in a couple of HLX there to the right a little, right there.
Yeah, just any amount.
Yeah. So you're burning HLX there and minting Janus. And your ROI is looking funky
and
there.
It'll be on the Pulse chain side, right? So you're going from ETH, burning HLX on the ETH side, and then paying a certain amount of Pulse fees to mint Janus on the other side, on the Pulse chain side, right? And so you'll be receiving Janus on the Pulse chain side, right? which this is where the Wonderland tokens are.
Okay.
That's where the connection happens, right? On Pulse Chain.
On Pulse Chain. Okay, gotcha. So that we have a chance to burn Helios to mint Janus on Pulse Chain. Do we need to have Pulse in our wallet in order to mint?
Yes. It looks like your ROI is not showing correctly because we're not on Pulse Chain.
I'm not even connected in the wallet right now. If you want to share your screen, you can.
Yeah, but I think the community asked for like an easy indicator. So when you type in a certain amount of HLX into the UI, it shows you that if it's profitable or not to make that trader, you know. So the ARB kind of information is laid out for you. So it's easy for a user to just say like, hey, is it profitable for me or not, right? So I think.
Sure, like at that time. So
yeah,
when you get Janus, what do you do with Janus?
Hello?
I think, dude, you might be muted. Hold on.
Oops. You know, I don't really want to give financial advice on what you want to do with your Janus, but like the short-term trader could just sell it, you know, like hold on, I'm pulling up a few screenshots here of like what it would look like. Let me share my screen.
Well, for one, there's a lot of LP paired with the Wonderland tokens with Janus, so you can trade into Wonderland tokens pretty easily, right? And then start collecting reflection rewards. So that's one kind of option that we want to kind of, you know, give to users to kind of like say this is a good option, right? That's option number one. Or option number one is to just sell it and take the profit, right? So.
Yeah.
All right, you're sharing.
All right, so let's see. Come on now. All right, so here's like an example. You know, you've got 50 million HLX. Let me zoom in on this. 50 million HLX mints you 50 million Janus. And the protocol fee here is 1.65 million pulse. Say you do this, you're burning your 50 million HLX, you're paying your 1.65 million pulse, and you're getting your 50 million Janus. Now, like the short-term trader could take that 50 million, and let's just say you're going to take 42 million of that and sell it for pulse, and you're getting your 1.65 million pulse back plus some change. So you're earning additional pulse there. And then take the other 8 million Janus that you've got out of that 50 and sell it for HLX. And in this scenario, you're getting 57 million HLX. So you burned 50 million and you're ending up with 57 million after the whole deal. And you paid your 1.65 million in pulse, and you're ending up with 1.72 million in pulse. So just by burning your HLX and minting your Janus, you could immediately sell it, like see it showing the ROI here at 11.69%. Like you can immediately sell that 50 million Janus that you minted to recoup the 50 million that you burned, the 1.65 million pulse that you paid in the fees, and have a profit. And that's just you could do that all in a couple of transactions.
And I didn't really think about the other arbitrage opportunity if HLX price is down on Pulse side. Like there's a difference between the ETH side to Pulse side. Like you can actually profit even more, right? So, or less.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because so there's not only the HLX TitanX LP on Ethereum, but there's now one on Pulse Chain as well. And that's what Punky's saying is you can arbitrage those LPs and make profits on that alone.
Yeah, so you can end up with a lot more HLX than what you started out with. Right?
Yeah, exactly. And these are all just short-term plays. You could be doing, and at any point, you look at, you can type in your, whatever Helios you want, and it'll show you the current fee, the current total cost, and these will get updated in real time on the website. So you can, decide for yourself, is this percent ROI worth taking or not? And then when you do that, this protocol fee of 1.65 million in this example, that's going towards 50-50 buying and burning Janus. So that's filling the buy and burn right there on its own, straight at 50% of it goes straight into that. And then you can just go over to the burn pools and just click the burn button and start pumping Janus again to complete the cycle. And then the other 50% of it's going towards buying buns. And that's where our buns treasury is coming from here. And we currently we're the top holder of buns already. We've started this, I think it was about 36 days ago.
Still, right?
And I can show you the buns chart. This is the buns pulse pair here. And you can see exactly when the Helios treasury started buying and accumulating. If my slow ass internet will
we have a lot of things running right now, right? So
yeah.
It's kind of a rough looking chart. That's
a nice looking chart.
Too bad, right? So
W's are a good sign.
Yeah, we're on a good trend right now, right? So,
absolutely, and that's a great trend.
It's a kind of I think we're at a phase where we've released all the tokens, right? So we have a certain base now of different things going, and then also the partnership with Helios, right? And then we have a DAO that's doing small burn or buys too, to kind of push up prices on the 5 tokens that we have. So
wow.
Yeah, and if I could maybe kind of get into a little bit of what Wonderland is, right? So it's a side project that I started from Titans of Battle.
Just real quick, now that I got it loaded, real quick, since we started buying 36 days ago, this is when the Helios treasury started the Wonderland. When Helios started the Wonderland treasury, the buns token itself is pumped 168% in the last 36 days.
Right on.
Yeah, and I'm hoping the trend will kind of continue, right? So
yeah, and that's
that's a good pattern that we see right there. Really good.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
There's a few combinations that's helping the charts right now, and I'm hoping additional things will come into play, right? So they'll all kind of help with this chart and all the rest of the tokens that we have, right? So yeah, it's a side project that I started from Titans of Battle, and I know you've kind of talked about Titans of Battle here on this channel.
Would you like to share your screen at all, or do you want me to go somewhere?
Oh, I don't really have anything kind of planned, but having a bunch chart up it's a great kind of a backdrop for me, I think.
Right? Yeah. Cool, perfect.
So, and if you zoom out even further, no, that's cool. If you zoom out even further, you can kind of see how the price action is doing, right? So we're recovering back from a big dip from the early part of the project, right? But it's a group of 5 deflationary reflection tokens, right? They all have taxes, either ranging from 3 to 5%, right, on buys and sells. And I know Dave, you were part of the Buns and the Alice launch before, right? So you were there kind of at the beginning.
Right at the beginning.
Yeah. So we've launched 3 more tokens after that, right? And the way kind of it works is that it's a Russian doll kind of concept, right? So Buns reflects Pulse, and then Alex will reflect Buns, right? And then Hatter, it's all kind of themes from the Wonderland stories, right?
Okay.
So it's Buns, Alice the Mad Hatter, Cheshire Cat, and Queen, right? So if you hold Queen, which is the far end of the reflection token of the Russian doll, you'll earn Cheshire, and then Cheshire will earn you Hatter, and then Hatter will earn you Alice, and Alice will earn you Buns, right? So it's like, yeah, it's the Russian doll concept of if you hold one, you'll kind of get the rest of them, right?
Whoa.
Oh, I'm missing that.
Pretty cool.
Damn.
So
What's
how do we
the
get
Wonderland
It's
URL?
Cool. App.wonderland.cool. Yeah. Cool. COOL. Yep.
Yeah, I'm getting there. My keyboard's off to the side, and
yeah, I was surprised that domain was actually available, right? So this is the website, and then the dashboard is where, yeah, the app dashboard is like where all the kind of like the contract interactions happening, and the stats page, right? So
yeah, this
all the
this
supply
kind of represents.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just real quick. Like this shows like Buns. It's rewarded. Holding Buns rewards you in PLS, and then Alice.
So far, it's paid out 25 million pulse since the beginning. Right.
So the idea is you want to get as much of the bottom one. You want to get as much Cheshire because that'll yield you the one above it, which will yield you the one above it.
That's a strategy that you guys will kind of have to figure out, right? Because sometimes,
I've been waffling on that myself.
Yeah, the payouts are good on certain tokens in certain phases, right? So, and that's the ARB kind of play that I was kind of mentioning earlier, Dave. And we're going to try to create more of that kind of ARB play by having another token that you can use these tokens to mint with. So there's a lot of other things that I kind of wanted to do on Titans of Battle, right? Which is like a game kind of platform, right? So some of the elements from that and the mechanics from that are going to come over here while I just kind of work on some of the coding stuff, so that I can get kind of both kind of platforms knocked out. So some of the code is going to be reused for Titans of Battle, right? Like some of the NFT leveling up and changing attributes and stuff. And yeah, so yeah, we have a set of NFTs too that we've released for each of the tokens, right?
Okay.
Each of the tokens have a 20 set of NFTs that you'll be able to like use to stake with and do other things with, right? So there's a lot of stuff happening on this ecosystem, and there's a lottery system too, right? If you click down to the Wonder Draw and the Token Draw, there's 2 lottery systems going right now. Oh yeah, you have to have a wallet, huh? So, well, I'll just explain it.
You have a wallet, and then you have any of those coins in it. Now you can go over here and enter a drawing.
Well, actually, you can use one of the 2 different lotteries have like 2 different prizes. Wonder Draw has a prize which is one of the tokens, so it'll be like 1 billion buns up for grabs, right? And you'll use Pulse to kind of enter in to buy tickets, right? And then Token Draw is like, well, we'll have like different tokens up for a prize, right? So right now it's Janus as the prize, right? And then you'll use one of the Wonderland tokens to buy tickets with, right?
Again, apologies. I'm not on my normal PC, so I don't have a wallet to connect to showcase that.
I can go through all of this stuff, right?
Yeah. But yeah, and then, like just what you were talking about.
Other big thing that we should talk about. Yeah, so it's a deflationary token from the beginning, right? There's no more supply coming out. It started with 777 billion tokens, right? For all of them.
Like all of them.
It's all sevens, right?
Each one has
each
that
token
supply.
has a supply.
Okay.
So like Buns is down to
burned. Okay, so they're deflationary because it's a capped supply and they're each being burned by the other one.
Actually, every transaction, right? Every buy and sell, like 1% of it goes to this LP burn. If you go to the LP burn section, so it's paired up with Buns and Pulse for for one of the tokens, right? So that LP gets burnt away. Like I have no access to like get that LP back, right? And it's done through a contract, right? It's being done through the token contract. So
does that
portion of
LP burn continually add to the LP that can never be taken out? So it like continually adds to the LP?
Exactly. Yeah,
yes.
exactly.
That's pretty cool. So I like that. That's a nice way to buy and burn, because then you're not just burning it, you're actually adding it to the LP.
Yes.
But in this case, it's doing both. Like it's burning the tokens outright, and it's also adding to the LP and then burning that LP as well.
Yeah. So like the 4%, it's split up into like 1% is burn, 1% gets added to this LP, and then 2% goes to the rewards for everybody that's holding these tokens, right?
Gotcha. Cool.
And that's where the reflections come in.
And how do the
like you were saying,
get how do you claim your rewards?
Oh, it just goes into your wallet. There's no claiming.
Nice. That's cool.
And that's one of the things I really like about this platform is that there's no staking, there's no lockup periods, there's no claiming. Like it's basically auto compounding. Like you're saying, you could buy Queen and just hold it. You don't have to do anything, just make a Queen purchase. And then while you're holding Queen, you are earning Cheshire tokens. And those just automatically get inserted into your wallet. And then as you own Cheshire tokens, you are now earning Hatter reflections off of those Cheshires. And then with Hatter, you're earning Alice. With Alice, you're earning Buns. With Buns, you're earning Pulse. And like there's zero transactions that you have to make. Like this all happens on its own. So it's like a built-in auto compounding situation. Like any rewards that you get are automatically earning additional rewards.
So this is where it benefits Helios, because now as the Helios treasury owns these coins, it gets paid out in more coins.
Exactly. Yeah. And we own all 5 of them. So we're earning additional tokens and additional pulse. And so the treasury strategy is we are just buying Buns. Like Buns is what earns you pulse, and that's what we want. We want pulse to buy and burn Janus. So we do own the other 4 tokens, but we're going heavy in Buns specifically for that. And this is something that we're just buying and holding. And we've already accumulated 44 billion.
What's the price of Buns right now?
It's in the zeros, right? I think
705.
Yeah.
705. That's actually a really smoking deal.
Yeah, it's pretty low. So all these are low market cap right now, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't really want to mention the names, but there's other tokens out there that are created in this ecosystem style, right? Reflection tokens that reflect each other or take taxes from others, tokens that are within the ecosystem. Like I think Atropa is one of the ecosystem, and then PTGC, right?
Okay.
So yeah. So to like, we want to get to a certain percentage of their market cap, right? And we're primed for it right now, right? Because we're at a low market cap right now. Any kind of economic movement right now just pushes the prices up pretty easily. So
the only way to get Buns right now is to buy Buns.
Correct. Well, or no, you can buy Alice and earn Buns reflections.
You can buy
as
Alice
well.
and Buns, okay.
Because like currently Alice has reflected
70
maybe
this is a good time to mention the airdrops, right?
Yeah.
For some of the people that are holding HLX and that have interacted with the HLX contract, right? So dude, this is you should announce this actually. So
I mean we've taken the snapshot yesterday, and anybody that has mined HLX, staked HLX, bought and hold liquid HLX, anybody in those categories are going to get some Wonderland tokens airdrop to their wallets.
Ooh.
And it's not going to be a huge amount, but it'll be enough to show you how the ecosystem works. And like you will start without having to do anything, you will start earning reflections from all of these tokens. And then if
So wait, okay, hold on. So Wonderland is a token in itself?
It's a group of 5 tokens.
Oh, it's a group of 5 tokens. So what you're saying is when you earn Wonderland, you're earning a bit of all 5?
Yes.
No, sorry. Like the airdrop specifically going to be Hatter, Cheshire, and Queen.
Okay.
These 3 tokens are going to get airdropped. And then with those 3 tokens, you're going to be earning, like with the Queen, you're going to be earning more Cheshire. With the
Eventually,
Cheshire,
you'll end up with all 5, and also
Yeah.
you'll be earning pulls from having buns.
Gosh, that's cool. Thanks for doing that, guys. I can't wait. I've been mining a bunch, so hopefully I get a little airdrop here.
All right.
Absolutely. And it's really, like I said, it's really there to just showcase like how the ecosystem works. And the best way to do that is to just like throw some in people's wallets, and then you can see for yourself exactly how these tokens interact with each other. And then once you see for yourself how it works, then you can decide to, get in on it on whatever strategy you want. Like I said, do you buy buns and just try to earn, stack as much pulse as you can? Or do you want to go deep in the whole ecosystem? Or maybe you just, go even across the whole board. There's several different strategies that you can take as far as getting in the Wonderland ecosystem. And then, of course, like I said, there's the NFTs that he's got, which I can't
building
showcase
use
currently.
cases for the tokens.
Is there anything we have to do to get the airdrop, or does it automatically go at some point? When is the airdrop getting airdropped?
We're looking at
Great.
Yeah,
and
so
so
it'll go to your wallets on the Pulse chain side, right?
So okay, so we'll take the wallet that we're mining our HLX with, and then we change the network to Pulse chain, and then we add these tokens to that Pulse chain wallet, or will they might automatically recognize?
Yeah, depending on the wallet
you'll probably have to add them.
Yeah, just add them. Okay, and so in
I
order
think
to
Rabbi
add them,
usually
in order to add them, we go to wonderland.cool and we find all the contract addresses.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can start adding that here, and I can maybe add add to wallet button somewhere within the dashboard too. Right?
Yeah, just so we know like we're going to the right one.
Of course.
And adding the right one to our wallet. Yeah. Cool. This is awesome. Well, that's super exciting. Thanks for doing that, guys.
Yeah, so from the white paper, I scroll down and click contracts, and you can see the contract address for each token right here.
Okay, perfect.
And then, like in Telegram, you can see that as well. And then, like Monkey said, you can add additional ways. Yeah, you could create a button to just show it off from the website as well.
But our biggest LP pairs are within the ecosystem tokens and also Janus, right? So that is a great kind of a play to.
So what does that mean? What does that mean to be paired with Janus?
So people you can sell a lot of Janus or back and forth, right? Janus to buns or buns to Janus without having too much of a slippage issue. Right? So you don't have to just sell your bun or Janus to Pulse, right? You can sell it into one of our Wonderland tokens and then earn reflections and earn more rewards that way too, right?
Okay, that's cool. Very cool. Right. So now we have something that we can do with our
do
with our HLX, and we have another and that additional thing comes with additional things to do with the Janus.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Exactly. Yeah. And like the key point of Janus is like the arbitrage that's going on currently between all the pairs. These are all Janus pairs. And as any of these tokens that they're paired with go up or down in value, it creates arbitrage opportunities between the other pairs. So like in the case of buns, having a thick buns Janus pair means that if there's arbitrage opportunities in Janus, they're more likely the arbitrage bots are most likely to take whatever's got the most liquidity. And if, Buns has more liquidity than another pair, they might take that arbitrage through Buns. And then when they do that, they're paying the tax, and Buns itself is getting burned and liquidity added, reflections sent to Buns holders, all of those things. So as more Janus volume comes in, and it's helping boost the volume for Buns, which are all 5 Wonderland tokens, which is what earns you the reflections.
Wow.
And Wonderland is kind of taking after this approach too, and we're pairing up with a lot of different tokens in the Pulse Chain community, right? So whatever new tokens get dropped, so we have a pretty good web of different tokens that we're paired with.
When you say pairing up, you mean creating LP pairs with those?
Yes, creating LPs, right? Liquidity pools, so that you can sell into these other tokens.
It seems like there's it seems like there's big strategy behind what you're doing right now. It seems like you guys are you're doing this massive LP pair situation for a strategy of, is it the strategy of potential arbitrages, or is it to add, does it really thicken up the entire project by having multiple LP pairs? Or what's the strategy behind that?
It creates like a network effect, right? If one trade is like worth about $100, it creates more volume by doing other pairs, right? That $100 turns into like, I don't know, like $200 worth of volume, because it's going through all these different R bots.
Right.
And it's paying tax on that extra trades that it's going through, right? So it's a win-win situation if you create a lot of different pairs that go through, and it just sells, right? It creates volume for the token. And Janus is set up the same way, right? Because what's the tax on Janus, dude?
At 3%.
3%, right? And that
buys
burns,
and sells.
that buy and burns, Janus too. Every trade.
Yeah.
Right?
1% burns 1%. Janus, 1% goes to adding liquidity, and then 1% goes towards our treasury that we're using to acquire more Wonderland tokens. It's we've created a great circular feedback loop here that's, Janus, a portion of the profits from Janus buying and selling is going towards accumulating Wonderland. And when we do that, we're adding additional liquidity and pumping the price of Buns, and increasing the amount of reflections that go on. And as we get more reflections, we're Helios is invested in Buns as well. So Janus pumping Buns means that now there's more Buns reflections to pump Janus, and we just have this circle effect of they're buying and burning each other.
Wow. Okay. So say we got, let's do a practical example. Say I have 10 billion HLX that's going to get done mining soon. Not financial advice, obviously, but just examples of some strategy that we could look at for that, because, well, it's not really hypothetical, because I actually do have that coming up, and I want to figure out, okay, so am I staking it? I actually did mine that particular group to stake. I mined it early so I could stake and earn more TitanX. But it's like, okay, so, and I do like the idea of staking, but even after, so this next round that's coming out is coming out right before the next 69-day payout, so I can stake and maximize that one. But then as soon as I stake, now I'm going to increase my 420-day payout. But in between the time of this next 69 and the 420, we'll have multiple more 69s, we'll have multiple more 22s. So that'll be nice, because if I do stake all that, now I'm getting paid out in all of the other payouts coming up to the 420 as well. But is there a path or a strategy to, like you say, maximize the amount of HLX or part of it in some way by going through Janus?
Yeah. So I was, quickly, I was saying, option one is, if it's profitable, then minting Janus. you could easily just burn your HLX, mint Janus, sell the Janus to rebuy your HLX and your
Now,
pulse.
does that ROI take into account the pulse fee?
Yes. Yeah. So you've got $11 in HLX, $75 in pulse fee. The total cost is $86. But you're getting $97 in Janus in this screen capture.
And then
obviously these will fluctuate.
Is split between a couple things then too.
Sorry, what is split?
You said the protocol fee is how is that?
Yeah, that's split between buying and burning Janus and buying buns.
Cool. So that's actually a decent amount going into that.
Exactly. That's where like the circular loops that we have are really, really deep on this. Like as an HLX holder, you are burning HLX. So that's good in itself right there. And then you are making profits. Like you're not only reaccumulating your 50 million HLX and your pulse that you paid, you're getting all of that back. So this is a free transaction for you plus some profit. But also you're burning HLX, you're putting pulse in the Helios treasury, which that Helios treasury is doing nothing but working for Helios. It's only there to support the ecosystem. So doing this like helps you in so many different ways. And then the other option would be to, take your HLX. So this is our liquidity promo that we've got running for Janus, and you can take any of these tokens that we've got on this list, and even if you don't see a token that you want to add, I can add those tokens to the list. But HLX is right here, so you can add HLX to this, and the smart contract will automatically match your HLX with Janus and then create an LP with that. And so how does this help Janus? Again, with Janus, the trading volume is dependent on liquidity. So if you add more HLX and Janus and liquidity to the LP, then you're allowing for more buying and sells through arbitrage. And those arbitrage, they're going to pay the tax, and that tax is going to go towards all the things we discussed. So by taking your HLX and putting it in here, you're earning part of the LP. I think here's an example. This is with Pulse. So taking Pulse, it's getting matched with the Janus and then creating this LP. And this is all done for you on the website. And then as you're holding it, the LP is split 50-50 with you because you brought Pulse, the smart contract brought the Janus, and we're matching that 50-50. And then as you hold it in the LP promo, you're earning an additional share percentage of the LP. Like in this one, I've currently got 51% of the LP. So while this is sitting here earning trading fees on the Pulse Janus liquidity pool, it's earning trading fees, but you're also earning additional LP tokens. So you're earning both Pulse and Janus on top of trading fees. Does that make sense?
And yeah, it's amazing. How does it get paid out automatically or what?
No, like the way LPs work is like whatever you're earning stays in the LP. So like you'll see
growing.
Yeah. And at any point you decide, okay, I want to cash in on what I've got. You just click the claim LP tokens button, and it'll send you whatever percentage share that you have earned. It'll send that to your wallet, and then the other percentage goes towards the DAO, and the DAO is just holding the LP tokens to increase liquidity.
Whoa! So that's another thing we can do with our HLX then, but not just HLX, a whole bunch of stuff.
Exactly.
Now, why is it called a promotion? Is it going to go away?
Eventually, but there's a ton. Like at this rate, it'll last for months on end.
So
and
we can
even then,
TitanX.
there's do what?
We can even use TitanX.
Yes, that's what I was going to point out. Is we've got TitanX, DragonX, HLX. We will be adding Blaze as well very soon. They're bridging Blaze over to Pulse Chain. And Blaze will be on that list. So any of these tokens. But as an HLX holder, you can use your HLX, mint this, earn additional HLX and Janus through trading fees, all without having to sell anything. Like what you're doing is you're adding liquidity to Janus, and with that added liquidity comes more trading volume. And then with that increased trading volume, we're getting more token burns on Janus and Helios. So
you're actually giving me something else to do with my TitanX too.
Can you look up the price of HLX on Pulse Chain? Is it paired or is it hit parity with each side?
It's pretty close. Last I checked, it was
okay. Because Dave, that's another opportunity, right? If you want to look at it simply, you could just bridge over your HLX. If it's higher price, you can sell it for more money, right? But the other way you can do it is by minting Janus over and trading that into HLX, and then bridging that back over, right? So it could be a loop that way.
You just got to like make sure you're making enough, because when you bridge, the fees aren't really that cheap, are they?
Yeah. I haven't really gone through the Pulse Chain bridge, but yeah, people say the fees are kind of high. So.
In order to bridge, but once you're in Pulse Chain, supposedly it's pretty cheap.
Oh yeah. The transactions
lately
are cheaper than.
It's been super cheap. I think bridging HLX over would only cost you a couple of dollars in ETH.
Okay.
Or TitanX or DragonX or whatever tokens. I don't know why this is going massively slow.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different plays there's a lot of different plays that you can take, right? So we're giving opportunities for people to make choices.
Gosh, you guys are giving a ton of choices here. I mean, Wonderland ecosystem is just, pretty awesome.
Well, the tokens are just the first layer. We have the NFTs that are the second layer, and then the other kind of games, right? So that if you hold the NFT, you're gonna be eligible for other airdrops later. Plus, you get entries into the lotteries, right? So that's a reason why you should hold the NFTs, right? Yeah, you get free entry into the lottery games. Do what now?
How do you get the NFTs?
It's from that dashboard. If you connect your wallet, you can just mint. Yeah, you can just mint one of the NFTs, right?
Using buns.
Yeah, buns, and you have to pay a little bit of pulse, right?
Yeah. But there's 5 different NFTs. There's one for each token. So the buns NFT will cost you buns, and the Alice NFT
maybe if
will
you
cost
click on
Alice.
The white paper, I think I have screenshots of maybe what it kind of looks like on the lottery and what the NFTs do, right? That's the lottery, right? It's pretty simple right now. I can update the UI sometime later. Right?
And then NFTs.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, how to obtain? Okay.
Yeah, so the buns, it's currently 1 billion buns and 300,000 pulse, and then that'll get you the NFT.
So Queen is a little bit more expensive, so the price of Queen is a little bit less. I think maybe 200 million Queen, right? So. Yeah.
Oh, and this is the taxes. Yeah.
Yep. And then, so some of the game development stuff for Titans of Battle. So I want to start getting back into it and start working on the game portions, right? And I'm thinking about making games to play for Wonderland too, right? And dude said, why not combine both of it? So I mean, hey, like if we could make like a Kingdom Hearts game where like there's Titans of Battle stuff and there's a Helios character there too, right? Maybe a Janus guy.
Heck yeah.
And the Wonderland token people, they're all in this game together, right? I don't know, right? So
sounds awesome.
Yeah, there's gonna be more activities to do on the Wonderland ecosystem pretty soon.
Wow. So that's so cool. So yeah, so we're ecosystems within ecosystems here. This is what I like. It's so cool. But actually, you're not necessarily within the HLX ecosystem. You guys are partnering because it's two different ecosystems partnering together in certain really cool ways. Because HLX is within the TitanX ecosystem, but a Wonderland will be within the Pulse basically ecosystem, and then also Janus is within the Pulse ecosystem. So Janus is really the bridge right now between.
Exactly. That's kind of what it was designed for, is like, bridging this these ecosystems together, and it constantly adding additional ones. Like I said, like Blaze, as soon as Blaze comes over, Janus Blaze LP will get added. And as Blaze gets bought and sold, arbitrage will happen and Janus will get a piece of that.
So okay, so now there's actually more things to do with the HLX then when it comes. So it's like I can take part of it and I can stake it. I could take the other part and I could, do a LP token mint. I can even take my claimed TitanX from my reward pools and do LP token mint if I wanted to. And then now that when you do that, you can take it out at any time.
Yes.
You can say, I want to get out of the LP at any time.
Yeah. It's a 24-hour minimum. Just, I didn't want people creating and claiming immediately, so there's a 24-hour timer on it. But other than that, there's no lockups on that. It's just after 1 day. And
beneficial.
When it says your share is 51%, that doesn't necessarily mean that you just made 50% on your money. That just means your share of the pool is 50% of that pool. And then, I mean, is there like, how much do you make on an LP? Like, so you actually don't. The idea with an LP pool is you just accumulate both tokens over time.
Yes,
and then it's a place to basically
as buys and sells,
accumulate.
Exactly, and the deeper the liquidity, the more trading volume happens. So
kind
by you adding your
letting them sit, it's like if you just have HLX just in your wallet, it's kind of not financial advice, but like it's just kind of like might be a good idea to put them in the LP instead of them just sitting, type thing.
But the way I understood it was that more of it gets released to you as time progresses, right? So it's beneficial for you to leave it in there, right?
Right.
Yes,
exactly.
So yeah, I'm on the documentation here, and let me scroll down. This has got a step-by-step guide on how to interact with the LP promotion. And here's the breakdown, like month by month, so after 6 months of holding this, you would have 56% of that LP that's created, and the other 44% is going towards the DAO team.
So it's literally creating individual LPs then. I mean, it's not like pooling them all together. It's like an individual LP. When you do that, you create an LP.
Well, it all gets pulled together. It's just your portion of it's here.
Oh, gotcha.
But that 51% that you were mentioning it's that number is what you get, right? So if you leave it in the LP promotion for like 3 months, you get more than that 51%, right? That's what that
exactly. So like in this example, the total LP is right here, 96,000 LP tokens, and 51% of that is 49,000. So if no trading happens whatsoever, which would not be the case because we're getting trading every day, arbitrage happens every day on Janus. With no trading whatsoever happening, you're earning an additional percentage of both tokens. So the longer you let it sit, the more, in this case, Pulse and Janus you're earning. But that's not even counting the trading fees. So as people buy and sell through this LP, they're paying taxes, and these are earning additional tokens. So you're earning the trading fees and additional share of the LP itself.
Yeah, that's the promotion part, Dave. That he's giving the LP away as time progresses. You get more of it. Right?
Yeah, all the way up to like 86% of the LP.
DAO, so it's helping the DAO because the DAO owns part of it, but who owns the DAO?
So
right?
here's like, so like here's an easy example. You put $100 of Pulse or $100 of HLX, $100 of TitanX, whatever token you want. Put $100 in, and the DAO is going to match it with $100 worth of Janus, and then it will automatically create the LP with 100 of each. And so now you've got a $200 LP that's been created. And then as time goes on, so like after 1 month, you've earned 51%. So say you claim it after 1 month. And again, this is with 0 trading fees. This is just a very simple example. After 1 month, you click the claim button, you're going to get 51% of this LP, which is $51 in Pulse, $51 in Janus, for a total of $102 over that $100 that you put in. And then the DAO is going to keep the other 98 of the $100 that it put in. And so like after 36 months, again, with no trading fees whatsoever, this is just the promo. If you let it sit there, you would end up claiming $172 of that $200 LP. And then the DAO is keeping $28 out of that. So theoretically, like, there's trading volume that will increase the value of the LP itself. And then as the time goes on, you're earning additional percentage of that LP.
Gotcha. Wow, that's very cool. Man, you guys are doing some sweet stuff. I never really knew much about LPs in general. But this is actually allowing us to be able to basically get our feet wet with liquidity providing also.
Exactly. And like I said, like this is all done on the front end. You don't have to know how an LP works at all. You literally just take whatever token you want to add, HLX, type in the amount of HLX you want to put in here, and it will automatically match you with the Janus. It'll automatically create
on the Pulse chain side.
Yeah.
This is
so
all.
Have you guys ever seen like zap functions? It's where you have like only one side of the LP pair, and you just zap in this thing, and it provides the other thing. Well, it sells it and provides the other half for you, right? So
like single-sided liquidity.
Well, it provides both sides, but it has to sell half of it into the pool first. Yeah.
But
it's
by
just,
doing
it's a
this,
function that
how do I get my HLX from my Ethereum over to?
There's if you go to the bottom of the Janus page, there's a link to the official Pulse chain bridge.
So we would bridge our HLX actually through the Pulse chain bridge.
Yes.
Okay. So we go to the Pulse chain bridge, and then we take our Ethereum
with your TitanX, your DragonX, your Blaze.
Oh, all of it, any of it.
And then you would just.
So if we have DragonX, we would bridge the DragonX over to Pulse chain.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
I mean, now that they're on the market, you can actually probably buy it too. But
buy the Pulse chain version of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, you would just this has got a full list of all the tokens, so you could bridge any token from Ethereum over to Pulse chain. And going from Ethereum to Pulse chain, it's a 0% fee. I think they only charge a fee if you're going from Pulse chain to Ethereum. I mean, it kind of makes sense. They're trying to incentivize people to bring funds over to the Pulse chain side. But yeah, and so this UI kind of does everything for you. You don't really have to understand how an LP works. You just send your whatever token you choose over, and then create it. And then once it's created, you can select that token in your stake, and it'll show you the LP, what it's currently worth, what your share percentage of it is. Like it's all the stats are right there in your face. And then at any point you decide, you know what, I like what I'm seeing. You click the claim LP tokens button, and it sends you this to your wallet.
Cool. So, I mean, I could keep my same strategy of taking that early minting or staking them all, and then getting bigger TitanX payouts, and then doing this same stuff with TitanX.
Yeah, 100%. And doing all of these things helps support Janus, and like that, adding liquidity to Janus helps your bags, because as more Janus gets traded and bought and sold, the more HLX is going to get burned to mint Janus, you know, and like that's what we're all here for, is burning HLX. And then obviously TitanX holders, like for a variety of reasons, that helps TitanX as well, because, you know, burning HLX means you get a positive miner ROI, and more people mine HLX with their TitanX. And then doing that, you know, we're increasing our treasury every step of the way. HLX is increasing their treasuries. You mine it, we're getting more TitanX. You're minting Janus, we're getting more Wonderland. And all of these things are here to burn HLX.
Yeah. So, okay. So you're saying also, let's go back to one of the cool things about the treasury here. We are staked. So day 369 in TitanX world, there's a big payout coming, which would increase the payouts on the reward pools page right now. Is that correct?
Yes. Like you're saying increasing this number will increase our payout, right?
And so each one of these cycles are going to increase on day 69 as well. Is that right? The cycle reward pools?
Yeah, so as this staked TitanX earns ETH, a percentage of that ETH is going to these pools. So yeah, there is that feedback loop there. As this grows larger, and more importantly, as TitanX becomes profitable to mine, we will start earning more and more ETH through our treasury.
Mm-hmm. So, but day 369 is like 105 days away now. So
yeah, we're getting close.
That would be so we would look 105 days from the Helios day, which is 141. So it'd be, 246. So day 246 on Helios should be an interesting day as well.
No doubt. I would imagine like days leading up to that, there's going to be lots of activity. Because like I said, our burn pool is paused right now. But this will get turned back on when the community is ready for it. And I would imagine or speculate that this will get turned on before day 369. Probably, maybe a week or two before that, to really kickstart the FOMO, but again, like this is really up to HLX holders, like we're not going to do anything with these funds without an official vote. So, just follow us on X, check out our Telegram and stay up to date as far as like any votes that happen. If you're interested in the direction that Helios goes, definitely, get your vote in. Like that. This is all community led. So.
And how do we know that there's votes? So is it because of the staying up on socials?
Exactly. Yeah, we'll post it on Telegram, X,
yeah,
everywhere, and you can go. Again, there's a governance button at the top of our website that takes you to Snapshot, and you can.
If we're mining or staking, or we have any HLX at all, we can vote. Basically,
yes, it accounts for any aspect of Helios. If you're mining, staking, liquid, all of that will count towards voting power. Cool. And so this was our latest vote on adjusting the buy and burn, and we had 4 options, and 60% of the community went with option D, which was to pause the buy and burn. But this is all, you know, there's no gaming the system here. Like if you're an HLX holder, you have your power to steer this in the direction that you want it to go.
So what's a HLX whale right now? How many HLX we got to have to be a whale?
You know, like there's 211 billion HLX that is liquid right now. So, you know, 1% of that, you know, would be a couple billion, right? I mean, I don't know. What's your definition of a whale?
I don't know. I mean, I'm like, I want to be a whale.
should we create a chart now, right?
No, we need a whale chart. What does
Whale
it mean
chart.
to be a whale?
Yeah.
1%. So of the liquid. Okay, so it would be a percentage of the liquid in order to be a whale.
Well, I don't know how you want to do it because there's 318 billion staked, you know, and now
Right,
that's
probably liquid plus stake.
yeah.
So we do a percentage of both of those added together.
And then we've added our stat on as far as Janus, like this is, you know, HLX getting burned to mint Janus, you know, like
nice.
So this is, we've got our buy and burn. Now we've got a second buy and burn through Janus, you know, and as we keep building more projects and build out the ecosystem, we're just going to have more and more ways that HLX gets burned. So,
do you want to show us anything interesting on those Dune analytics? I know you can break those things apart pretty good. I've been looking at them, but I just kind of want to. And thank you, Mike Dean, for putting all this stuff together. Go to TitanXHub.com also to see all the built on TitanX projects created by Mike Dean. But Mike Dean made this thing here and on Dune. And so, yeah, show us some cool stuff about HLX here.
So far, we've burned 300 billion TitanX from mining.
Oh, I always put my burn bonus up. I mean, I usually like it with the higher burn bonus because then I could do less days and get the same amount. So I've been burning.
Yep. So you add, you know, we've got 772 billion staked, and then you add on top of that 300 billion from mining, and then we've also got the burn bonus for staking. Where are we at on that? Another 100 billion from burned staking your HLX. So with those all together, we're well over $1 trillion TitanX that has been burned or locked, which I think is awesome. And then, you know, this is a great tool if you're mining HLX to see the future supply. And you can see there's days where a bunch comes in and there's days where there's basically none coming in. Like day 232, we got nothing coming in. Now, so you can expect that to be
miners being ready to claim. Is that what coming in means?
Yeah. These are
Nobody has any miners coming out that day.
Exactly.
So there's no new HLX being put into the system on those gap days.
Yep. So like if you want to be strategic about your mining, you could probably set your lengths, your start and end times to coincide with the gaps, as opposed to like you don't want your miner coming in on the same day as these giant spikes, you know.
That's Christmas. I think that's December 25th, actually, one of those huge spikes.
Everybody's trying to get that present money.
It is. Wow, I didn't even notice that. That's awesome. Let's get paid on Christmas.
They're gonna come in.
It's a good gift, huh?
And here's like the chart of staked, and we've got a nice boost on people staking HLX. I think that's probably from the recent 69-day payout. I think a lot of people saw that thing starting to fill up, and they wanted, to get a piece of it. So I'm pretty sure that's what that latest jump in staking was.
So between staking and LP pool, like, what would be the priority in thinking about those two? Like, how would you think about, say we got HLX and we want to either stake it or LP it? How do we think that through?
That's tough. You really have to, you can use our calculator and kind of play around with these numbers to see what kind of ROI you're looking at,
So it's either stake, burn for Janus, or LP right now. That's cool. There's 3 very specific things you can do. So guys, like, it obviously you got to do your own research here. Rewatch this video. If you got any questions, engage on socials, because dude is really, and so is Punky. You guys are both very available for people and your questions. So just get your information about what you guys want to do, build some strategies. I'm going to try a couple of these things out. I mean, I do have some pulse chain assets, but I've really never gone there yet. So, I got to just bridge a little bit of pulse chain over, and then I got to have some gas over there because gas is all in pulse chain over there. Right. So we just got to have some stored up pulse. So I'll make that move now. But now when I have more HLX coming out, even when I can even claim my TitanX right now in the reward pool, because I haven't claimed it yet for that last 69-day payout. So if I go claim that TitanX, now I can actually, instead of mining with it, I can go either try the liquidity pool, or it's actually a pretty good trade right now for TitanX to HLX. So I might just be able to trade it and then mint some Janus too. So
yeah, that's what we're doing here. Like that's all I can do is just continue building and adding additional use cases to these tokens. And as every project comes out, like once Wind Vaults comes out, there's going to be even more added complexity to all these things.
Ooh,
and there's going to be just more things that you can do with your tokens. And then that's when it really becomes, like, there's so many different options. It's going to be hard to decide, and what's best. It's gonna fluctuate. But the main key is like, it's not just stake or sell. Like, there's now mint, there's LP, there's going to be additional functionality with Wind Vaults. Every time this comes out, there's just more and more things you can do with it. So
cool. Or you could trade it into Wonderland tokens, because Helios DAO is pumping our tokens, right? It's a good store of value, man.
So in order to do that, you would mint Janus, and then you would trade Janus for Wonderland.
That is one option, right?
Yeah, or you could just straight sell your HLX on any of the multiple LPs for Pulse or for TitanX, and then buy buns with those tokens,
or just simply bridge over your HLX to Pulse chain and then buy buns with HLX.
Yeah, actually, I don't know
just
if there's
straight
an
up,
HLX pair somewhere, so we'll need to get on that soon. But I know I have TitanX paired up with buns, right? That's possible. So.
And Janus. So those are your 2, and then Pulse. Those are your 3 probably best avenues. But yeah, talking about it, like, well, I'll definitely add an HLX. Well, see, I don't know. Like, the thing with HLX is we're trying to keep our primary pair with TitanX, so that when TitanX inevitably moons, HLX will moon with it. So that's part of, like,
opportunities to make additional liquidity pairs, in your ecosystem without making multiple liquidity pairs with HLX, because we need to keep it with TitanX.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Well,
right.
Paired with TitanX too, so there's that option.
What is that?
Buns and Alice are paired with TitanX on the Pulse chain side too.
Awesome. Okay, so there's TitanX LPs on Pulse chain.
Yes.
Several. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, man, there's so much to this game I don't know, but thanks so much for giving us opportunities to play it. We're already in the game. I mean, most of us are already players in the game, but you're expanding the game. You're making it a more options, and both of you guys are building games, literally actual games, when it comes into Wonderland and what you're doing, Punky. But but I mean, I don't really like playing games like cards and stuff like that or whatever, but these kind of games are really fascinating to me, and being able to kind of like learn the rules. There are definite short-term strategies. If you're a long-term person, there's going to be different strategies. If you're a mid-term person, there's different strategies. For me, I'm pretty much more of a cycle person, like macro cycle strategy. That's my main stuff, but I wouldn't mind learning some short-term strategies in the meantime, because I'm not, my plan doesn't even tell me to get liquid till like mid next year. And it's like, I'm getting basically almost all the way liquid as my main strategy, like April, May, June next year personally. But that's not financial advice, just what I'm looking at when I'm seeing what I'm seeing. But I like this. In the meantime, there's other options. The short-term stuff is interesting. Maybe obviously you don't want to put your whole bag into short-term stuff, but break off a little bit if you want. And the cool thing is I can break it off by just using the things I'm already earning by staking, which is really nice. I don't actually have to go out and grab more money anywhere. I just collect my staking rewards from HLX, and then I can redeploy those in some different ways and try some stuff out. Get over to Pulse Chain, So get some Wonderland. Man, I gotta thanks so much for the airdrop too. So if you guys have any if you're involved at all in the HLX, the Helios ecosystem, start over the next week or two, check your wallets, because you're going to get some airdrops on the Pulse Chain side of all of the Wonderland tokens. Not all of them, but a handful of them. So that's really cool, guys. Thanks so much for doing that. And then by owning the token in our wallet, it's all we got to do to be earning rewards, and they're automatically distributed.
Yep.
Like
every day.
Like so cool. So cool. It's way better. Yeah, that's great. That's amazing. I mean, that's huge. So hopefully you guys
I heard that in the Rabbi wallet, it shows up as a reward thing. It shows on the UI, right, when it comes in.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I can confirm that. Yeah, like if you just click on transactions in Rabbi Wallet, it'll show you the reflections that are just getting deposited into your wallet. And it happens pretty much daily, maybe every 12 hours or so.
Oh my gosh, that is even cooler. Daily's nice, because then it's like all of us people with ADD, we're like, oh, got a little bit more.
And the fact that you don't have to claim it and waste more gas.
No,
right?
that's huge. Plus, it's safer when you build that system that way, because all these people sitting there. I mean, we had to claim Helios, so that's pretty safe because it's all on the system. But sometimes when you have to connect for other either airdrops or claims, you got to connect your wallet places. I don't know. People don't really know how to do that yet, and they don't really like. New people can get wrecked accidentally doing that. So this is really a system to make sure people know, hey, you don't got to do anything. It's automatically in your wallet once you got it. So your rewards go in. You don't have to claim. You don't have to wait. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I mean, really cool. Very, very
in this
cool.
UI down there, you can put in your ETH address and see where, like, how much reflections you've earned in that address, in that wallet, right? So there's a UI thing too, right?
Sweet. Okay, man. I'm gonna
so you don't even have to connect your wallet to the website. You can just paste in your address, if you're wary about connecting your wallet, because I know some people are like that too.
I mean, yeah, it's like I'm kind of leery about doing it anymore, but you just got to, that's why you got multiple wallets. You got to make sure you're staying as safe as possible out there, not connecting to basically really anything unless you specifically need to make a transaction. But
users requested this feature that they wanted both. So
I like that, because then you just enter your wallet address, boom, and it just checks on the blockchain. That's nice. Yeah, man, this is great innovation. Thank you guys both for everything you're building. I'm very inspired by both of you. I have been since I first heard about both of you. So yeah, I'm excited to see where Titan Guardians goes at some point. And
Titans of Battle.
I'm sorry, Titans of
No,
Battle.
it's cool. No, I'm friends with Rudy. I'm rooting for his project too, right?
Right. Yeah, there's actually a handful. I kind of get them confused. There's a lot of Titans, but yeah, but I also have some of your NFTs, and I look forward to whenever that happens. But anyways, it's just great stuff. You guys are doing some really fun, cool things. I'm going to be practicing this stuff out. I got to claim that reward, so I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do with that TitanX I'm earning, and then yeah, and then I'll be dialing in my game plans for when my my early miners come out to see what I'm going to do with that HLX. So thanks for everything, guys. Any last words you want to give to these 48 people on the stream right now?
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, I mean, just know that I'm always here building, and the Helios ecosystem with these treasuries that we're building, like regardless of participation, like we will continuously be burning HLX, like whether you're here or not, like that's the main thing that I'm trying to get across with what we're doing with Helios and the ecosystem, just constantly adding more treasuries that are just working for your bags. And that's automatic. And then if you want to help more, you can interact with Janus in 2 different ways, with minting and using the LP promo. All of these things are helping HLX.
Absolutely.
And for the other Titans of Battle or TitanX holders, I am working on code that will be ported over to the games and the NFT staking for Titans of Battle. So things are progressing for Wonderland and Titans of Battle project. So I haven't given an update on that side in a while. So there's some information for people who have been patiently waiting. So
Sweet, thank you.
Things are happening again.
Yeah, and man, I cannot wait to get some Wonderland ecosystem tokens now. I am super excited about that. So great.
It is so early. Like with the Wonderland tokens, it is so early. Like it's 37K market cap. I feel like a 10x would be so easy to do. Like even just with the Helios treasury alone, you can see this upward chart here. That's basically just Helios buying. There's very little users so far. I mean, it's getting more and more usage every day. But I feel like as far as the Helios ecosystem goes, like I'm really happy to be a part of the Wonderland ecosystem. I'm really bullish on it, and I think the Wonderland itself is going to help HLX, which that's where we're all here for. And TitanX inadvertently.
I love that. Wow. Absolutely. Awesome, guys. Well, I think let's just, I could keep going, but I think we probably, we got 1:23 on this stream. We got 54 viewers right now. Thank you guys, everybody, so much for tuning in. If you haven't checked out, if you're not, I'm going to share my screen here. And then I'm going to show you here on X. Guys, just go over here to, also go to TitanXHub.com by Mike Dean, and you can actually go down here to Helios, and you can have the official 3 links if you are new to this area, white paper. You can go to the website, the X, or the Telegram. So this is really where you guys want to stay in touch with everybody. And I don't know what's going on my X, but there's a white paper and everything. So, here we go. That's it. It's at Helios HLX. So make sure you guys are following them, and also go to at Wonderland Pulse and follow Wonderland so you guys can get all of the awesome information and be involved in these projects early on. Hey, if you want to, not financial advice, but this is really exciting stuff. You guys are great builders. and I appreciate you guys, everything you guys do. So thanks so much for being on the stream, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Dave.